Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're diving into this really powerful ancient idea, one that kind of flips our whole understanding of charity and, making the world a better place. It really gets you to question what it even means to give something to someone.
All right, so let's just jump right in with a question. It seems simple, right? But the answer is, well, it's pretty surprising. So, what do you think is the greatest gift you can give another person?
Now, your mind probably goes to money, right? Or some big grand gesture. But what if I told you the most profound, most impactful act of giving costs literally nothing? No money, no property, no special resources, nothing at all.
So where does this kind of radical idea come from? It's all about reframing the ancient Buddhist 5 precepts. Now, stick with me here. We usually see these as a list of don'ts, things you're not supposed to do. But we're going to look at them as these incredible gifts of safety and security that you're actually giving to every single person around you all the time.
Okay, check this out. This is where it gets really interesting, because it just flips the whole script. Instead of don't kill, it becomes you give the gift of life. Instead of don't steal, you're giving the gift of financial security. See how that works? Every single time you practice a little self-restraint, you're not just not doing something bad, you are actively doing something good. You become this walking, talking source of safety for everyone.
And this leads us to this, well, it's a bit of a paradox, really. The idea is, to truly protect other people, you have to start by protecting yourself. I know, it sounds totally backwards, right? But let's unpack this. I mean, think about it. We're always told that focusing on yourself is selfish, right? That being a good person means always putting others first. But what if that's not the whole story? What if the most powerful way to care for everyone else is to start by looking inward? And here's the crucial point. From the Buddha himself, the idea that protecting yourself is protecting others. So all that stuff, discipline, patience, self-control, it's not just some navel-gazing self-improvement project. No, it's the absolute foundation of taking care of society. When you protect yourself from your own worst impulses, well, you automatically protect everyone else from those impulses too. Let's make this super practical. Imagine you have this impulse, greed, but just controlling that one impulse in yourself, you don't go rob a bank. And look at what happens. Without you doing anything to help other people, their money is now safe. From you, at least. Your personal self-control just became a shield for the whole community. It's that simple.
Okay, but this isn't just about huge things like bank robberies, obviously. It works on a much smaller, everyday scale. Let's bring it right down to something we all do all the time. Talking.
The Buddha had this amazing way of putting it. He called harsh words spears of the mouth. What an image, right? We've all felt it. That sting. We know that words aren't just sounds. They can be weapons, and they can do real, lasting damage.
And here's how that internal process works. It happens so fast. You get insulted, you feel that flash of anger, and that urge to just lash out, right? To throw a spear right back. But if you can just pause for 1 second, practice a little patience, you hold back that spear, and boom, right there, your act of protecting yourself from saying something you'll regret becomes a direct act of protecting someone else from getting hurt.
So, you might be thinking, okay, this is some ancient religious thing. And yeah, that's where it comes from. But the logic behind it, it's totally universal. It's grounded in the one thing every single one of us shares, just being human.
The whole thing just starts with looking at yourself. Seriously, ask yourself, do you want someone to steal your stuff? Do you want someone to hurt you? Do you want your friends to lie to you and betray your trust? Of course not, right? The answer is a big, fat no. And here's the kicker. Neither does anybody else. It's that simple. If you don't want it to happen to you, chances are they don't want it to happen to them.
And that's the whole system, right there. It's all built on empathy. A really simple, logical rule. Just don't do to other people what you wouldn't want done to you. It's all about understanding what's going on in someone else's head by first getting a handle on what's going on in your own.
So we've seen how this plays out person to person, but what happens when we zoom out and look at the big picture? What's the impact on, all of society?
We talk a lot about fixing society, like it's this big, complicated machine we need to work on. But we forget what society actually is. It's not some abstract thing out there. It's just people. It's us. It's a collection of individuals.
So if you think about it that way, the most effective way to build a peaceful society isn't trying to change everybody else. It's for each one of us to just govern ourselves.
to take responsibility for our own stuff. Because when every person is protecting themselves from their own worst impulses, well, society just kind of gets protected automatically.
A peaceful society isn't some grand project. It's just the sum of a million tiny acts of self-control. And it all starts with just one person. So that leaves us with one final thought to take with you. What's one small way you can protect yourself today? One little moment of patience, one impulse you can restrain, and in doing that, give that ultimate gift to someone else.